Let's go here, and it's time to talk about the summer 2024 anime season and see which are the best one, and you guys should check them out. And series that I recommend. But this season is a bit weaker in general overall compared to previous season like spring and the ones before that. We don't have a lot of big series, so to say, and a lot of the things I also enjoy because, of course, these are gonna be recommendations from stuff that I enjoy. And if you guys know me, you know I don't watch romance, slice of life anime. So if I don't mention any of those series, you guys should know why. Like the Russia Girl anime or the meme show Nokotan and things like that. But this is just my overall recommendation, sequels and new series from summer 2024. And even though I'm downplaying a bit this season, there are some ones that I really like, especially from the sequels. So let's get into it and see what we got this season. Let's start with a sequel, one of my all-time favorite series, Fairy Tail. If you guys know me, you know I love Fairy Tail, and I've been so excited for 100 Year Quest to be animated, and it's finally here. It brought a lot of emotions, nostalgia, feelings for this series, and it's been really fun so far. Hopefully they keep going with it even after this one, with Natsu, the groups, the guilds going after the dragon gods and having to deal with this white mage, and it felt so fun seeing the entire group being back here. And of course the fan service is more than there. It wouldn't be Fairy Tail otherwise. I have no issues with the fan service. I know some people have issues with that, but yeah. And if you never heard of Fairy Tail up so far, I highly recommend checking out the series because it picks up right from the original one. So if you haven't watched the original, you're missing massively on characters, world, plot building, and so on. And also it's a really great anime. If you want to hear me more talking about Fairy Tail, I have a video with overhated anime series. But yeah, 100 Year Quest is here. Then we have probably one of the most well-known anime in general, Oshinoko, with season 2 being here after season 1 kind of took the anime sphere by storm a bit, especially the opening and episode 1 from season 1. But season 2 continues where season 1 left off. I gotta say I'm liking this arc, especially the Tokyo Blade arc, with them filming that and the commentary on manga and how overworked pretty much everything is. And I'm getting into it a bit. I have read the manga also, so I know some things ahead of the anime, of course, and it looks gorgeous, especially some of the scenes there when they were rehearsing for the theater play with Tokyo Blade, having Kana and Akane going back and forth, Aqua being Aqua, some of the new characters that we get introduced. I kind of missed the series, and I'm glad we have season 2. We're probably gonna get more after season 2 here, but hey. And if you haven't watched Oshinoko at all, highly recommended. Just try the first episode. That's kind of like a movie, and it's gonna get you into the series. So yeah, enjoy Oshinoko season 2. Then we have a series that I consider one of the best manhwa adaptation that we've gotten, along with Solo Leveling, and in this case being Tower of God season 2 is here, and it's kind of a different perspective. We get to see the tower from different characters, in this case with season 2, and I'm liking the new characters that we got introduced. But then when we get back to some of the original characters from season 1, kind of I got a smirk, a smile. I've missed them a bit, especially Kunder and the audacity of that bitch Rachel. But also I do have to mention the art style has changed for season 2, and I still haven't made up my mind with it. I don't know, I like it, but I also kind of miss the art style from season 1. I'm not dismissing it directly, but I don't know. I'm really curious what you guys think of the art style so far with Tower of God season 2. But if you never watched Tower of God at all, it's a perfect time to jump in. Check out season 1, really fun, interesting story, world, characters, and power systems. And I'm really curious where the story is going to go with season 2. And hopefully we get more, because like I said, it's one of the better manhwa adaptation that we have gotten after they dropped the ball with God of High School and a few others that are missing my my mind right now. But yeah, Tower of God, check it out. The last sequel I wanna recommend you guys is Sengoku Yoko, which we got on part 1 very recently. This is part 2 of the series. Season 2 more like part 2, the Thousandfold Chaos arc. It's a really fun, interesting world here, and it's looking like we're going to get a full adaptation because the manga ended and concluded, and it's gonna have double core if I remember correctly with this one. I'm really liking the characters, the world, the power systems, and all of the shenanigans that they do. Especially, I'm trying not to go into spoilers. It's a fun series just to discover on your own, and it can definitely hit you in the feels also. And I don't think a lot of people have actually checked out Sengoku Yoko. If you haven't, I highly recommend you guys check it out. And hey, maybe we get more series like this that have a conclusion. Would love more full adaptation if this is the case. Wink, wink, Hulk, Hulk. Where is my my Hulk full adaptation? But yeah, check out Sengoku Yoko. Now we have some new series. There aren't a lot that personally caught my attention, so to say. I'm watching a few more besides these ones, but we're gonna have a few here that I recommend, and the first one being By Earth, which I think has probably the most interesting world, fantasy world here, and concepts that we have from the new series this season. It's really intriguing, but also kind of doesn't give you a lot of information. You have to pay attention, and they're expanding more and more as long as the series goes. And it reminds me very much so of Reincarnated as the Sword. If you haven't watched, that's one of the better isekai anime in general. I also have a video of best isekai anime. Not to say Bye Earth is an isekai, but it's definitely a very intriguing fantasy world, which I'm all for it. I prefer fantasy in general over sci-fi. I'm liking the concepts into this series, and one of the better new ones from summer 2024. If you haven't, please do check it out. Now, the next series I want to talk about is The Elusive Samurai, which I'm really liking this one, especially the art style is really catching. Feels like paintings are moving, and it draws in very much. But I also like the concept of a series like this, where you have a royalty figure getting betrayed and they have to get back their kingdom. In this case, in Japan, feudal Japan. Reminds me a bit of Moribito and Arslan in a way, and also the main character being very similar with Iruma from Iruma-kun. Very different series, but their main gimmick or power, so to say. It's really catching, and you have Gojo's voice actor voicing a very eccentric monk, let's put it that way. But yeah, really fun series. I'm enjoying it, and I'm curious where it's gonna go. I don't know if it's gonna be a full adaptation, and if you have read the manga, let me know what do you guys think so far of the anime adaptation. Did they do it justice? Because it caught my eye, so to say. But if you haven't checked it out, do yourself a favor and try it. The Elusive Samurai. Now, this one, I was debating a bit to put it in best of season. I do think it deserves it, but also at the same time, it's kind of like a popcorn anime in a way, with Storia, Wand, and Sword. It looks gorgeous. The animation is awesome. The fight, the action, everything. What suffers a bit for it is the pacing, the plot, and the characters. It's very surface level, so to say, but it's still really fun. It's Harry Potter but anime, and the main character can't use magic. He has to fight with his sword a bit. It's really fun, but more like kind of turn your brain off if you enjoy that type of series and having really good animation here. Maybe I'm doing it a big disservice and somehow it gets really better later on, but this is what I'm getting after a few episodes. I think like 5 episodes or something like that are out right now, especially with the delays, with the big games happening there. But yeah, with Storia, I recommend it if you enjoy great animation, fights, but you're willing to overlook some things. I still wanted to put it here because it looks that good actually here. So if you have checked out Historia, let me know how is it further ahead. Of course, don't go into spoilers, but yeah, and if you have watched the anime, what do you think so far? Yeah, those are pretty much the series that I consider the best from this season. Of course, from everything that I watch, I tried out a few others like Failure Frame, Parry Everything, No Longer Allowed in Another World. Strongest magician in Demon Lord Army was a human. Why does nobody remember me in this world? We do have some leftovers from last season also, which are better. But yeah, I wouldn't put those series as best of. And of course, you guys know me, I don't check out romance, slice of life shows. And if you have some of those recommendations, please leave them down in the comments below for people that enjoy those type of series. Overall, I'm kind of happy. This season is a bit more like a filler season overall. We have been way too overloaded with a lot of anime series in general, season per season. I kind of appreciate a lighter season because it's looking like the next one is gonna be insane with how many series we have announced. And yeah, I'm gonna do a video also covering that when we get closer to that season, which series I'm gonna watch. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel, and let me know what are you watching from this season, what are your favorite series, and commendation, comment down below. Remember to like and subscribe, helps me quite a lot. And as always, I'm gonna see you on the next video. Make sure to check out some of the other videos. I try to do a lot more. I'm also covering Fairy Tail, Tower of God week to week. If you guys want to check those out, I have some lists on the channel and so on. And I'm gonna see you next time. Bye bye.